These are the 5 things that KJ and I think you must do at Animal Kingdom.
Hey guys, it's KJ.
And John.
And Winnie. Welcome to our channel where we do videos on
Disney,
motherhood, and lifestyle. If you like today's video,
give it a thumbs up,
hit that subscribe button,
ding the notification bell,
and leave us a comment. John, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, it's Wednesday. We have another must-do Wednesday for you. And this time we're exploring Animal Kingdom. So I have my little explorer hat on.
If you haven't watched our Magic Kingdom must-dos, we will link that up here. And similar to that list, this list will be in no particular order.
Because whether it's your first time or 100th time, these are the 5 things that KJ and I think you must do at Animal Kingdom. So let's get started. First thing on our list, it's called Animal Kingdom for a reason, because you can see animals. No better place to do it than Kilimanjaro Safari. It's part safari and part ride, and it's fun for the whole family. From dads to moms to little ones.
And if you're one of those millennials without kids, it's fun for you too.
Zoos and safaris are nothing new, but the way that Disney brought the Animal Kingdom Kilimanjaro Safari to life is like nothing that I've ever experienced before. The vehicles that you ride in are open-aired, and there's no fence lines. It gives the whole experience something authentic.
It makes you feel like you're on a real safari in the wild. It's so much fun. We always love to do it. We did not go, well, you went on it last year. I didn't go on it last year because I was pregnant for 2 of our 3 trips last year. So the last couple of trips I haven't been on it. But when we do get to go, baby gets to come. So that's going to be really exciting for her to see all of those animals.
My favorite part, and not to spoil it for you, but you can get up close to some giraffes and they are walking free. Sometimes they're crossing the road that you're driving on. Sometimes they're brushing up very close to the vehicle. You can get up close with giraffes, wildebeest, lions aren't far away, elephants get pretty close, rhinos. Once had an ostrich fall asleep in front of the vehicle. And the terrain is just bumpy enough to give it that authentic feel, which is actually why they say expectant mothers shouldn't ride. Whenever we go, do you have a favorite animal that you love to see on safari?
I love to see the wild dogs. I think they're really cool. I want to keep one. I know you can't, but you know, I have my own domestic dog over here. I love to see the lions, of course. They're always super cool.
The wild dogs are a fairly new addition to the Kilimanjaro Safari. The one I get most excited about, obviously the lions, sometimes they're doing stuff, sometimes they're not. But the hippos are out of the water so infrequently. When you do catch one out of the water, it is really a sight to see. And there are a bunch of hippos they have. So again, you can't go to Animal Kingdom without seeing the Kilimanjaro Safari ride. I would call it the signature attraction at Animal Kingdom Park.
Number 2 on our list is to meet Mickey and Minnie. This is something that we always do. I always make John do it. I love to meet Mickey and Minnie. It's the only place in all of Walt Disney World that you can meet them together. Now, last year you could meet Mickey and Minnie in Magic Kingdom, but that was only for a limited time. Typically, you can only meet Mickey and Minnie together in Animal Kingdom. So what I mean by together is you can take your picture with the both of them at the same time. You can see them at other things like character meals, but you can't take pictures with them together. So I always tell John, we have to do it. It is a must-do. I think it's a must-do if you are brand new to Walt Disney World, if you have little ones. Winnie's actually had her picture taken with Mickey and Minnie twice, technically.
And one of our favorite times to take pictures with them is during the holiday season when they're dressed up in festive holiday cheer. And we are too.
Yeah, that was so much fun when we got to see them dressed up in their Christmas gear together. I think that's the only time you can do it in the parks. If you are going to Walt Disney World and you want a picture with Mickey and Minnie and you're wondering where to go, it is at Animal Kingdom. It is near the front of the park, so we try to do it either on our way in or our way out. And a lot of times we get a fast pass for it, but we waited for it before. It's usually never a long line. At least when we've gone, we really haven't had to wait in line too long. And the good thing is you are inside and it's air conditioned, so even if you do have to wait in line, you can wait in the AC, which sometimes that is just fine. Killing 20 or 30 minutes, if that's how long the line is. Like, we love that we get to sit in some AC and then get to meet 2 of our favorite characters.
Third on our list is a ride that is partially enclosed in one of the iconic structures in Animal Kingdom, and that is the roller coaster Expedition Everest.
Is that Yeti working yet?
I don't think the Yeti has worked for the majority of the time that ride's been open. It partially works, and because of that, I've read and heard that if they ever did want to fix it so it was as animatronic and, you know, movable as it was intended to be, they would have to shut down the ride for a long time, and it would probably upset more people than they would really be impacted by the happiness of having it move. But spoiler alert, if you do ride the Expedition Everest ride, it is a roller coaster, and inside the mountain of Everest, you will come face to face with the abominable snowman Yeti.
On our very first trip together, it was actually my first time going to Animal Kingdom. I rode it by myself twice. John didn't want to go on, but I have made a roller coaster lover out of him. No, you will not find him on things like Kingdom and Six Flags, but John definitely does love the Disney roller coasters. So if you're not a big roller coaster fan, but think you kind of like them, I'd say you can handle it. Because if John can handle it, he's my barometer. If John can handle a roller coaster, then I don't think it's so bad.
That is true. Expedition Everest did introduce me to my love for roller coasters, or at least certain types of roller coasters.
Tame roller coasters.
There's no major drops or upside down loops, but it does go backwards for a stretch, and it does have a height requirement of 44 inches if you're bringing some little ones.
So no, Winnie, she can't ride.
Not yet.
If you are going with a group of people and you're the only one that wants to ride it, or you don't mind riding alone, it does have a single rider line. At the time of filming, the parks are still not open, but when they do open, Disney has said that they will not have single rider lines at this time. In a non-pandemic world, they do have a single rider line. They also have a line to ride in the front, which is what we like to do. Usually we do ride in the front, we wait for it.
And you see some of the best views you'll see anywhere in all of Walt Disney World if you do ride in the front. Especially right before they send you backwards. You get a whole view of the property.
Yeah, you can see the Epcot Ball and Tower of Terror. It's pretty cool. And fourth on our list is Donald's Tusker House. Donald's Tusker House is one of our favorite character meals. We love to go there for breakfast. We've been there several times before the parks even open, which we love because you can get there before rope drop, get your meal, and then get online to one of your... Yeah. And then get online to one of your favorite rides.
It's right near Kilimanjaro Safari, so if you do book a Donald's Tusker House breakfast, that would be a great place to start your first Fast Pass. And at Donald's Tusker House, you'll get to meet Donald, Mickey, Daisy, and Goofy. And they're all dressed up in their safari gear. Like Safari Mickey here.
This is a buffet style meal. We love that. We love to get our Mickey waffles, our eggs, our bacon. It has the standard Disney breakfast items. That eggs, bacon, Mickey waffles, omelets, all that kind of stuff. It has things for kids too. It has cereals, pastries, tons of stuff. They also have this drink called Jungle Juice. No, for you adults, it's probably not what you're thinking, but it is really delicious. We like to get that when we go there. I say that's probably one of our favorite places in all of Walt Disney World to get breakfast.
I don't think there's a time that we ever go to Animal Kingdom where we don't book a Donald's Tusker House breakfast to start the day.
It's a must-do for us.
And the fifth and final thing on our Animal Kingdom must-do list is Avatar's Flight of Passage ride. It is perhaps the best ride in all of Walt Disney World.
I think that's debatable. It is a great ride, but...
It's got stunning visuals. It's got state-of-the-art effects. 3D technology. It's a motion simulator ride like nothing I've ever experienced before.
Well, I'd say it's a little bit like Soarin'.
I mean...
I would compare it to Soarin'. When we first rode it and got off the ride, I remember walking out and saying to you, it felt like Soarin' on steroids.
Yes, the aspects that it shares with Soarin' are that people are pushed towards a huge jumbo screen. It also shares some similarities with Star Tours, except it's taken that technology and advanced it 30 years.
I am one of the rare people that I will say it's not my favorite ride, but I still think you need to do it if you've never been to Animal Kingdom before, haven't been in a long time, or even if you are a regular. It's totally a must-do, just because like John said, the technology is unbelievable. For me, I don't really like things that make me feel sort of motion sickness, and that sort of does that for me. I don't like things that are 3D. I will say this, if you're someone that isn't a big fan of 3D like me, I don't really love things that are 3D. It gives me a little bit of a headache. So that is why it is not at the top of my personal list, but we're trying to give you a list of must-dos that we recommend.
When booking your day at Animal Kingdom and setting up your Fast Passes, just know that Avatar Flight of Passage will be one of the first rides to book up anywhere in Walt Disney World. It often books out those 60 days.
So as soon as your Fast Pass window opens, make sure that that is one of the first things that you book. We know that Hollywood Studios is hot right now with Star Wars Land, but let me tell you something. Flight of Passage is still one of the top rides as far as wait times in all of Walt Disney World. So make sure you make that a priority on your next trip. At the time of filming, again, we're going through a pandemic, so when the parks open, Disney has said there won't be any Fast Passes. So our advice to you for that would be to get to the parks early and head to Pandora first thing so that you do not have to wait as long as if you were going, say, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Even with a reduced capacity, I imagine that the lines will still be pretty lengthy because on an average day, the line is something like 3 hours long, even after all these years of it being open. Make it a priority, whether it's a Fast Pass priority or in this new world, just getting there early, the old-fashioned way and waiting in line.
And I don't think you'll be disappointed. So let's quickly recap our Animal Kingdom must-dos. And remember, this is in no particular order. First on our list was the Kilimanjaro Safari. Second was meeting Mickey and Minnie. Third was Expedition Everest. Fourth, a meal at Donald's Tusker House. And fifth, Avatar, Flight of Passage. These are our 5 Animal Kingdom must-dos, and they fit any type of vacation.
If you guys like this video,
Give it a thumbs up,
hit the subscribe button,
ding that notification bell,
and leave us a comment. What are some of your must-dos at Animal Kingdom? We want to know. Let us know in the comments down below. And with that, we'll see you real soon. Bye.
see you the next must-do Wednesday.
Oh, bother.
Yeah. Okay, I think we do that at most places.
I'm gonna call it Avatar Flight of Passage.